doors in so many homes across the country every day, and kids are often the silent victims. But one group is aiming to make some noise by empowering children to speak out.
3 people are killed every fortnight from domestic violence. We're in 2012, it shouldn't be happening.
1 in 5 children has witnessed some form of domestic violence, but disturbingly, around 80% of them are likely to repeat the cycle later in life.
If you've witnessed something from when you were born, you don't know that there's anything wrong with it. And you actually grow up thinking that that happens in every household and that it is normal.
That's where the Global Good Foundation comes in. The Perth-based charity runs week-long support camps specifically for kids affected by domestic violence.
We actually have a couple of kids at camp this week who, what they have witnessed has had such a big impact on them that we've actually had them waking up at night time with screaming nightmares.
Counsellors and mentors take the children through games and activities designed to teach them leadership, teamwork, self-confidence and trust.
We're going to take one little step forward and stop, and then you're going to step over a gorilla.
Because of what the kids have witnessed in the past, a lot of them do have problems learning how to trust people.
It's like really hard when we first did the teamwork challenges because people were like just doing them by themselves and then it didn't work.
He's just 10, but this boy's watched his dad physically and emotionally abuse his mum for most of his short life. Fortunately, they're no longer in that situation and he's now catching up on some important life skills.
I've learned this way to trust people and like teamwork.
And the support is ongoing.
We also follow up with them every term. We take them on an excursion, which again reconnects them and builds up the skills. And then they can actually come back to camp the following year as well.
Tenille Bentley started the Global Good Foundation after witnessing her own parents' abusive relationship as a child.
I alienated myself, became very introverted, lost all my social skills. There was a lot of self-blame, a lot of guilt, wanting to change it and wanting to figure out the why.
Now she's helping others stop the cycle of domestic violence like that of her parents.
They grew up in domestic violence themselves, so for them that's all they knew. They made a concerted effort to change that situation for this generation, for my generation. And it's because of that that I have been able to build my organisation.
Aussie singer Paulini is getting behind Tenille's work. Having escaped from an abusive past relationship, she knows what some of the kids are going through.
One thing that happens is that you get embarrassed, you don't want to talk about it, you kind of blame yourself for it happening, and that's one thing that has to change. You've got to talk about it so you can heal from it.
Paulini's family helped her speak out, putting her message of strength into song.
What doesn't kill me makes me stronger.
My message to kids is there's help out there and don't be ashamed to talk about it. Don't be embarrassed that it's happening because, it happens a lot.
And that's something Tenille's determined to change one child at a time.
I hope that the children involved in the program will walk away with the sense that it's okay. It's okay to speak out, that they don't need to be silent and that there are people around that can support them.
Thanks to everyone involved in that story, and if you or someone you know needs help, you can call the National Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault Hotline on 1800 200 526.
We've also got some more information on our website, so check it out. Stick around, we'll be back with more soon.